Welcome to the Mentally on Light Show Pro Basic Training video series. This video demonstrates the process for configuring Light Show Pro to communicate with your light control network using the E1.31 DMX over Ethernet interface. This video assumes that you are familiar with the light network interfaces and network layout used in your display. In addition, any supporting software drivers for that hardware need to have been installed before starting this procedure. If Light Show Pro Sequencer is not running, you should open it now. Beginning at the main screen, select the Options tab on the ribbon. Next, click the Configure Outputs button. The Output Configuration Manager will now open. Please note, if you do not have light network interfaces connected to your system at all times, it is recommended not to check the Initialize Outputs after Sequence Load option. At this point, there are no items listed in the Network Output Configuration list box. To add a network, click the Add Output button. The Output Plugin Editor window now opens. The next step is to select the hardware protocol from the drop-down list. To access this list, click the small down arrow beside the Lower D-Lite RS485 dongle labeled button. There are a number of different output plugins shown in this list. In this case, I will select the E1.31 DMX over Ethernet by highlighting this option and left mouse clicking. The drop-down window closes, and now the label has changed to E1.31 DMX over Ethernet. Next is to select the zone network identification number if a change is needed. Unless you have multiple zone networks, most of the time this value will be 1. To finish, click the OK button. Now an entry in the network output configuration window should appear for the output that was just defined. However, note that beside the network entry is the words "not configured." Until this output has been configured, Light Show Pro will not produce any signals output to the light network. The next step is to configure the output. Be sure the newly created entry in the network output configuration window is still selected, i.e. highlighted. Then select the Configure Output button. The E1.31 configuration wizard now appears. The E131 or Streaming ACN Output plugin for Light Show Pro is very flexible and compatible with most devices. This wizard will help you to configure it for your specific hardware's needs. To begin configuration, click the Next button. The Edit Configured Universe Ranges window now opens. Initially, there are no configured universes. Light Show Pro provides default for various E131 hardware devices. To take advantage of these pre-configured universes, click the down arrow on the label Load Defaults for. A list of available interfaces is displayed. For this video, I will use the Lynx Ether dongle. Now beside the Load Defaults For label will contain Lynx Ether dongle. Now click the Load button. A Continue verification window now appears. This allows you to abort the process if by chance you already have these ranges configured. Since these outputs have never been configured, I shall click OK. The fields in the chart are then automatically completed. Your system may have multiple Ethernet interfaces, so it is important that you click the down arrow just to the right of the destination button. Typically, this list contains at least 2 network options: Multicast Local Area Network and Multicast Loop Pseudo Interface 1. Sometimes there may be others. If multiple networks are displayed, you must select the one that next to the network where your E131 interface is connected. If you do have to change the interface selection, you will have to do it for all of the defined universes. In our example here, there is no need to change the interface information. When you have completed any needed changes, click the Next button. The Effect Generation Settings window now appears. The Output plugin generates channel effect dimming values on the fly, allowing you to use simple DMX dimmer devices to create complex effects. You can configure how hard you want it to work to provide smooth fades and shimmers by adjusting the value. In most cases, it is advised to leave this value at the default of 30 unless otherwise directed by a support person to do so. To complete the setup, click the Finish button. Please note that in the Network Output plugin configuration window, the newly configured network entry has the word Configured beside it. This now means this interface is ready to use. Click the OK button and you are finished. Other videos are available demonstrating the configuration of other interface types. Thank you for watching.